there was a woman on the side of the road who asked me which car was I in the accident and where is the body, because she thought I got run over by the car.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow. All right, well, we got a call from our good friend, Mr. Ruger Ridge. So let's put him on the horn. Are you there, Ruger?
Yeah. How y'all doing?
We're doing great, brother. How you doing tonight?
All right. I have an angel story.
I'd love to hear
Yeah,
that.
One of all the weird stuff that has happened to me, this rate's right up there in like the top 5.
Oh, please, share. We'd love to hear it.
This was back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working, I don't know where it'd be, second shift or third shift. I went in at 4 and I got off at 3 in the morning. So I would sleep biggest part of the day,
Sure.
at the house by myself, kids in school, wife's gone. So one day I come in and I'd had a really rough night at work. Come in and I crashed. And sometime up in the morning, I got this feeling, I kind of halfway woke up and I got this feeling that I was being stared at, that there was somebody in the house when there shouldn't be. And then it was like somebody turned on the light. So I opened my eyes, how you go from a dark room to light, and I'm trying to focus. And here, standing right next to my bed, broad open daylight, mind you, is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my whole life.
Wow.
She was in a white gown and tall, 6 foot minimum.
Wow.
Tall, long blonde hair, if not to the floor, almost to the floor.
Oh, man.
And she was glowing. I mean, shimmering light all the way around her. And she was glowing.
Wow.
And I'm just getting a focus, and just about the time I realized what I'm looking at, she didn't give me a full nod, but she kind of just tilted her head kind of like, yep, to kind of to affirm that I was seeing what I was seeing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, I just closed my eyes, went back to sleep.
Wow. That's
So
powerful.
So I go back to sleep and everything's fine. And my alarm goes off, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My alarm goes off and I sat on the side of the bed trying to get my stuff together. And I thought, man, what a dream that was. And I look over on my nightstand and here is a blonde hair,
Oh, wow.
like 3 feet long.
Oh, wow.
So now I'm just like in disbelief and shocked. And I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
So I rolled this blonde hair up and it took 2 fingers. I remember distinctly. It took 2 fingers to wind it up. That's how much hair we're talking here. Mm-hmm. And I put it in a nice little ring and I set it right on the nightstand.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife comes home from work just as I'm going out the door. And I tell her, I said, I thought it was a dream, told her the whole deal. You are not going to believe this. Come here and look at this hair. And it was gone.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It was gone.
Oh.
And I was mad.
Yeah.
I was mad. And I'm like, seriously, that really happened, And of course, everybody's like, okay, sure it did.
Oh,
And I said, no, it really did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this hair was like unbelievably blonde and long.
Wow.
And I just was like, wow, what a blessing. Wonder what this is about,
Right.
This was brought on by a bad night at work. I was just full of questions.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just wound that hair up in the perfect little O circle and laid it on the nightstand. And when I went to show it to my wife, it was gone.
Huh.
Yeah, I had an angel visit.
That's incredible.
And
the fact that you actually had tangible evidence of that.
Right, the manifestation of it.
That's so.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was.
Oh.
Yeah, the seeing her was probably not as shocking as finding the hair.
Yeah.
It was the confirmation of, no, I was here. You weren't dreaming. We made eye contact, and I did nod to you. It was just like I could see it all again, just as vivid, Yeah, it was weird.
Huh.
Now,
It was weird.
do you think that
And to say the least, I was not very pure at heart in the 80s either. So
Sure. Well, that's cool.
why I got a visit, I don't know, but I sure did.
Do you think?
I sure did.
Do you think that it's perhaps the aura of the angel was so comforting, and that's why you fell back to sleep?
Yeah, I wasn't threatened at all.
Right.
I was just like, cool.
Wow.
I was just in awe of the whole moment.
That's-
And of course, when I woke up, that was the first thing I thought of, and I was like, well, that was a weird dream, and sat on the side of the bed, and here is this hair,
Oh.
just one,
Yeah.
super long, super blonde,
If
and I rolled it up around my two fingers the whole time thinking, this is so awesome,
Yeah.
and then it disappeared.
Oh my gosh.
Then it disappeared.
That's too bad that it disappeared, because that's
Yeah,
That
yeah,
would've
it's
been-
too bad.
I mean-
I would still have that hair.
yeah, for
That
sure.
would have been one more cherished hair.
All right, so this is caller from 716 area code. Are you there?
716.
That's it. This is you.
Well, I figured you guys are all talking about angel stories. I would tell you mine.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
When I was a junior in high school, I was walking home, and I got to set the scene because this high school was at the top of a 1 mile hill
Oh.
that had a 30-degree grade.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
So I lived exactly the point where I couldn't get bused. I had to walk.
Okay.
So I'm walking home, and as I'm coming down the hill, there's a side street. The only thing I heard before the loud noise were the words "duck now," and so I did. There were 2 cars full of kids, one coming off the side street, one coming down the hill, and they impacted, according to the police, at about 90 miles an hour.
Oh my God. Wow.
The one car literally split in half.
Oh no.
The front went behind me, and the back went in front of me.
Oh, wow.
And both pieces were spiraling as they went around me.
Oh no. Wow.
It gets better.
Okay.
The other car vaulted over the top of me and rolled 1.5 miles to the bottom of the hill
Oh my God.
before it stopped against the bridge embankment. There were 7 boys in the car that landed against the bridge.
Mhm.
There were 6 girls who ended up in the ditch next to me
Oh.
that were in the other car. There were only 2 injuries.
Oh my God.
The driver of the car that hit the bridge embankment had a broken nose, and the driver of the car that split in half had a broken nose. That's it,
Oh my
where
God.
their faces hit the steering wheel.
That's incredible.
No one should have survived that, including me.
Right. Yeah. What are the
It's just
odds?
insane. I mean, I
That
don't know
is-
how to explain it.
That is amazing. Yeah. So did you hear it like an audible voice, or was it in your head, or do you know?
It sounded like someone standing directly behind me that yelled, "Duck now!"
Huh.
Wow. Oh.
And I wasn't the only witness to the accident. There was a woman on the side of the road who asked me which car was I in the accident and where is the body, because she thought I got run over by the car.
Wow.
Oh my God. Wow.
And I was standing there yelling for her to run in the house and call because, well, in 1984, we didn't have
Right.
cell phones.
Right.
Sure.
She had to run into the house to call the police.
Oh my God. Just that
And,
intervention alone is many layers, because not only was an
yeah.
intervention on your behalf, but apparently everybody in those cars.
Right.
And I have to admit that, at first I'd have thought maybe it was just, an ancestor or somebody. No, it had to be a guardian angel because,
Yeah.
I mean, there were 14 of us involved in that accident and minor injuries, nothing serious.
Yeah, that's nothing short of miraculous, and on so
Yeah.
many levels, that's miraculous. I mean, the girls that were ejected and landed next to you, you wouldn't think they would just be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?"
They weren't ejected, though.
They weren't.
They were still strapped into their seat belts.
But
The car was broke in half,
oh,
sitting in such a way that the seats were pointed out of the ditch.
wow.
Back of the car was in the ditch backwards, and the front of the car was in the ditch forward, so that nobody was thrown from the car or anything.
Wow.
It is just,
If
you know,
you,
I hesitate to tell the story to people because it's so difficult to accept what happened.
sure, but I mean, these things do happen, and that's the beautiful part. But I mean, if you're thinking of the mathematical odds of that happening, it's got to be astronomically huge numbers against, everything working in such perfect unison to make sure that everybody was okay. I mean, my God, that's amazing.